What's going on, y'all? JT here with an unboxing and look at the Arrma Felony. So this is the latest, greatest, baddest car that Arrma has released. It's just, there's words I can't describe when I saw this car in person. I couldn't wait to get mine and do an unboxing on it, to smell my own car and, go through that whole shenanigan with this. So this car has a lot of features. And a lot of people have said before, oh, it's just an infraction and all that. Well, it's built on that platform or chassis, but it does have a couple of things that are different than the normal infraction, or even limitless, or we should say version 1, limitless and version 1 infraction have. There are some differences with this particular car. I'm going to briefly go through those in just a minute, but looking at this thing, just the box alone is just like, ooh, yeah. So anyway, let me go ahead and let's go ahead and get this box cracked open. And y'all know we gotta do it. No, that looks so pretty. Woo. Woo. I gotta do 3 breaths. Woo. Gotta love the smell of a new RC car. And boy, this orange looks good. It really does. You guys know I saw the black one up close, but I really wanted this orange. I just like the way the orange looks with that little black on the bottom of it and stuff as well. So this bad boy looks good. So let me go ahead. Let me get this out the box real quick. All right, y'all, getting this out the box. This thing looks good. It looks good. It looks good. I know the black looks good too, but I wanted this color. The layout of this looks good. I mean, the designer that does Arrma's bodies, y'all need to give him a raise. Y'all need to give him a raise and a bonus, because this alone sells the car. I mean, it's almost like you want to get 2 of these and then keep one as a collector's item, or just to keep on your shelf, and then another one to drive with. I mean, that's how good this looks. I mean, it's just amazing the way this body looks. I know you guys have heard it before, but it does look good. And if you have not seen one in person, I urge you to go check one out. If your friends got one, check it out, or go to your local hobby shop if they still have them in there, and see if you can check one out there. But it does look very, 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 very good. So can't stress that enough. So a couple things with this body, though. They also have, you guys see there, how they have kind of Arrma painted somewhat into the body, or kind of laser etched somewhat into the body paint scheme and stuff as well. So that's good too. And the way they just have this looking, guys, I can't say enough about it. So a couple things with this. The wing on the back is trimmable, so where you can trim this down some if you want. I've seen some people even take it off or trim it down to where it's more than halfway and stuff, so it won't get as much drag for it. So I'll decide on what I'm going to do with that. And then, of course, real quick, looking at a couple things that we have here, let's take a look at the radio. You guys see the radio here. It is one of their newer radios that they've been including with their kits, which is good. So this is the DX3 radio. It has some of your basic trims and stuff on it as well. Functionality, if you have a smart battery, it'll tell you your battery level and stuff on there as well. Basic throttle trims and stuff, and then also throttle limiter on there as well. So it is 3-channel. It's a 3-channel radio. So if you do decide to get that drag brake that's on the infraction, you can put that functionality on here and use that. And then as far as our goodies go, so this car comes with a 16-tooth pinion gear on it, and then you get your speed gear with it as well. And then you get some other accessories too with it as well. You get stickers, and you guys know I love my stickers. I love my stickers. I'm glad Arrma started including that a couple of years back. I mentioned that several times, and they started including it, so that's good. You also get other accessories for the motor and stuff as well. You guys know that there's several options for the motor. You can put the turbo on there. You can put the blower and stuff on there as well. And then they give you some extra pieces and stuff for body mounts and stuff as good as well. So that's a good thing too. And also you get the instruction manual. And you guys see the instruction manual. It's just some of the basic information about the car. They go through pretty thorough talking about the vehicle and stuff as well. And parts list, of course, is in there. And then they talk about some of the functionality of the radio and stuff like that. So it's pretty good if this is your first car, your actual first 80+ mile per hour car, for you to read through that. Because I do urge you to read through that, and also take precautions and stuff with driving a car of this caliber and speed out there, so you won't crash it and stuff as well. You don't want to bust this body and stuff up. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's take this body off. Now with the body, I did mention before, you do have to kind of pull it up from the side. You can't just lift it off like that to get that going. So the layout of this looks good. I mean, if you guys are familiar with the infraction and the limitless, layout's the same or similar to that as well. Let me scoot this over just a bit. There we go. I want to keep that body in the frame too. So real quick, talking about some of this stuff. I know I've been over it before when I did a quick look at my local hobby shop, but it does come with a new ESC. It's the Arrma ESC, and it's kind of one of their smart ESCs as well. And it does come with this different motor that's different than the BLX motor. It's still a 2050 kV motor, but it is one of the Arrma motors on it as well. And it does have that safety on there, or safety as they call it on there. So, and it has a, see if we can zoom in on that. You guys see there is a clip right there. You can barely see it because it's black, but there is an E-clip on the end of that right there to keep that pinion gear from flying off in case this comes loose or something like that. So, and it does come with a heat sink on the motor and a fan on the heat sink. So we ought to see some better temperatures than I did when I had the Infraction and running that out there as well. It does come with EC5 or IC5 connectors, which is compatible with EC5. And you can use some of the XT90 batteries on here as well. You just have to make sure it's well connected. I may do a video on that at some point in time. So, and you do get a looper with it as well. So you can either run one 4S pack, one 6S pack, or two 3S packs. Just take this looper off and you connect your two 2S's or two 3S lipos or 3S lipos to that. Or if you just want to run one pack, you can do that. And you can put it on either side. You don't have to worry about it being unevenly balanced, because I've mentioned that before with my Infraction and my Limitless, how even though you have a battery on one side or another, it doesn't affect the performance of it as far as the car handles and stuff as well. So that's a good thing too. And this is going to be reversible. So if you get a longer, bigger motor, you can actually reverse and put this on this side here, remove this battery tray, and you can use your battery on this side and have your bigger motor on this as well. So I don't plan on doing super speed runs with this. I will do a test with it on Super Speed Saturday. But some of the other stuff, yeah, I won't be doing that as far as going 100, 200 miles per hour, whatever we're trying to do with this car. So now there are differences between this, the Infraction, and the Limitless, of course. In the front end is completely different than those cars. Of course, the front bumper and stuff like that, for it does have more components and pieces to it. And just to show you guys this right here, this is like a Lexan type. So if you do hit something, you could damage this up some with that. Other things, of course, is going to be the tires. You guys, if you can tell there, those tires are bigger in the rear. And that's going to be, I think, one of the biggest things for this car is making sure that tires stay in stock. So we're Arrma Horizon. Everybody out there, order tires, get tons of tires in, because we're going to burn through these, because you can't do the regular tires that are on the front and the rear because of the gear ratio. And you guys see that there, that talks kind of about the gear ratio and stuff. So it is a different gear ratio in the rear than it is in the front. So keep that in mind right there about the gear ratio with that. As far as the servo is concerned, you guys, you see that they did use their standard servo that comes in their 8-scale cars. I wish they kind of would have improved that a little bit. We'll see. I can't remember how this servo performed in my Infraction. I know it was good for just basic running, but we'll see. I can't remember, but I do have an upgraded servo I'll probably put up in here as well with this. And of course, it does have the tower to tower chassis brace there for some more stability with it as well. And another new feature you guys see down up in there, that it does have this to, I never had a problem with this actually wobbling, this rear drive shaft here, but they did include that in there, if you guys can see that, with that bearing and stuff, just to make this a little bit more stable, which is good. So this car ought to be a lot faster than the version 1 Infraction because of that. And I have a feeling that at some point in time, Arrma is actually going to make a Limitless 2.0, and they're going to use this similar layout with these bigger tires and stuff in the rear, because it does have a different gear ratio. May put a wheelie bar on it, I don't know. But that would be pretty interesting or pretty cool if they did something similar to that, because these tires are going to look good on a Limitless. So we'll get that going. So anyway, guys, that is an unboxing of this. I've talked about it before. I did RC updates. I went to the shop. I saw it. And there's other information out there as well. But I am going to get this bad boy running up pretty soon and get it going. I probably won't dog it out too much, because once these tires go, and if they're not in stock, you're pretty much hosed until you can find some more tires. So hopefully Horizon has a lot of tires, especially rear tires, coming in, even if it's just this white compound. I think that's going to be one of the hardest things to find if they we start blowing these tires and stuff out. So if you get one of these, I wouldn't dog it out too much. I'd go ahead and run it, but I wouldn't be doing a lot of burnouts until you know tires are in stock and they're plentiful, because that's going to be one of the biggest things to go. So anyway, guys, that is a look at this. I cannot wait to get this thing running. I'm going to put the blower on there and get that going, and we're going to have some fun with this. Of course, I'll run my Infraction and my Limitless with this as well, and probably get the Mojave out too. So I'll have kind of all their 7-scale cars out at one time. Of course, the Mojave is off-road car. I did make it into an on-road at some point, but anyway, we'll figure all that out as we progress forward and go along. So anyway, guys, I was looking at a couple of things. No, I was checking out something, but it's nothing different with that. So anyway, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.